So hey there, this is day 40 of learning client side, and today I was learning mutation exercise. And what this means is like a small quote, like a small breaking point can like differ a lot, right? So basically, going downside, I just came to read DOM collaborating, and it was like too nicely. And I also learned tracing a data, right? So if I found inner HTML, so how will I get this message into like some user input? So this will be a user input, right? So I have to look for like where this user input come from, like, so that's it, only tracing the data, nothing more. I can't show you more and all, right? So yeah, this is the attacker injection, and this one is vulnerable code. I had a read on this nicely. So basically in DOM collaborating, this id objects, id and like id and like other variables, name and value, this becomes global variables, right? Global objects, I guess, something like this, right? So this comes and like mm, this this is a lot trickier, right, to understand. So basically going down again, I'm learning it, right? So the prevention is like freezing it, right? Object freeze and all, and like I am currently learning this prototype pollution exercise and doing revision of this, right? So I'm quite stuck at this like vulnerable code pattern. So I am trying to like uh, do this into chat GPT or some AI to understand, like, right, in my own language, so that like I can understand it perfectly, right, with an example, right? So that's that only. So I just have to go from source to sink, right? So yeah, I have to do a lot of hard work in this. And like there is value and all, like this is the whole stuff, right? I can't like explain this. I will explain once in video only, nothing here. So this one is like concept and all, I think nothing else. And yeah, DOM collaboration is pretty nice concept. So I know like these variables become like global variables, and like we can add inject this into properties, right? DOM object model, right? So basically here is written is DOM exploits the browser behavior where HTML elements with ID or parameters become accessible as properties on the Windows and document, right? Attackers can inject HTML overrides expected JavaScript variables or object variables. So basically, it means that only it makes like global variables, right? It adds ID or name attributes become accessible as the properties on the window object.